Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Oh my God, I'm still backstage. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you hear me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love, all y'all. Thank y'all for being here. We about to rock out. You dig? Yeah. This should be a very, very fun stream. Shout out to everybody that's in the live chat and everybody that will be partaking in the replay crew as well. Much love, y'all. We are about to cook. We got a full house already. What's going on? We got the Good Austin in here early with the first comment being a super chat. Shout out to the homie, the Good Austin, with the $20 super chat saying, for the replay crew, already bedtime for me. So much love to the Brody, much love to the chat, and much love to the Syndicate and company. Gonna be a big summer for us. I just hope y'all ready. I got something big from the Speed Force. Much love to the homie Austin, dog. It's all love, homie. Thanks for always hooking up these dope graphics and videos and pictures and stuff, man. We really appreciate that over here, bro. And you're very, very loved and appreciated, Brody. Yes. Let me go ahead and play you this drop. We in here early, but the homie already got a big super chat, so y'all know we got to do it.
Hold on, Dre. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, throw man down. Call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the bus, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many I really got? Mean it's too many options. Finna spaz on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling them, extra shit, bully devouring him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand down. And party at the party playing with his notes now. And Butler got a real case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
Yeah. Much love to the homie, the Good Austin. We got Dennis Medina in here. What's going on, Dennis? All right, we got Philip Steven. He said his bro coming on. Yeah, man. I'm always here right at the perfect time. Hey, y'all should know every time I don't start the stream on time is literally because I'm still getting information for you guys. I swear. That's all it ever is. That's all it ever is. We got South Cali guy. What's going on, South Cali? Much love, bro. We're gonna be talking about your comment pretty soon too, probably on another stream, because I got some stuff to say about that too. We got Taylor West. What's going on, Taylor? Much love. Futuretron in the house. Mama Bear, thank you so much for being here. We got Alan Belk in the building. What's going on, Alan Belk? Who else is in here? Bad Dan's thoughts. What's going on, Bad Dan? Sin Havoc 5150. All right. Much love. I think that's everybody. The Curly Ray. Much love, bro. And we got Apex Leon in the building. What's going on, Leon? Much love, y'all. We about to we about to get to it. Much love, everybody. About to have a good time. Right? Let's go ahead and get through this little opening rigmarole so we can get started with the show. And we're going to start talking about these topics, right? We are on the road to 5K, so make sure you guys are smashing that like button, hitting that share and subscribe, as well as that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live each and every single time. Hopefully, you know, that's how the YouTube algorithm is supposed to work, right? But yeah, we've been seeing tremendous amounts of growth, right? Going to be hitting 3K pretty soon. And yeah, we trying to hit 5K before the end of the year. So much love, all y'all. We almost at the halfway point of the year, so I think we're making tremendous strides. We're over halfway there, and I got a good feeling about this year, yo. Last 2 years, we barely came up short at the end of the year. I know we're gonna hit it this time, so very, very excited about that. Also, make sure that you guys are hitting up the rest of the Syndicate Network, man, because there's a lot of us doing some dope content around here, and yeah, we try to make sure that y'all entertained while still getting some good information at the same time. You did see it. Sales ZSJL and Sales Snyderverse to Netflix. We are the founders, or originators, creators, the engine, whatever you want to call it. And yo, I'm gonna need y'all to start thinking before y'all hop in some of these threads, man. Like, it's so crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like this, bro, where people will literally like go to the people that started some shit and the people that's like driving it and try to tell them about how much they've done. It's like, yo, man, cool story. We're glad that everybody's been helping out, or that people trying to have these conversations. We're glad that we've been you know, driving these things forward, yo. But man, to hop in a thread, bro, with people that's the creators, originators, founders of certain shit, and people that's involved directly, and try to act like, yo, I didn't did this, and don't nobody even know you, bro. Man, y'all be blowing me, bro. I'm so serious. I'm so confused. But anyway, in case you didn't know, now you do, right? These two hashtags then came from over here, y'all. Facts. We the ones pushing this shit and been taking all the bullets. And that's why we don't let y'all just come in and be like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm actually super important, even though don't nobody know who I am. Crazy. Anyway, if you want to rock out, there is room for everybody. We just ask that you guys follow the 3 rules of engagement, which are: be positive, please don't mix the hashtags, and also please don't tag, mention, quote, tweet, or reply to anything of that sort to anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to one James Gunn, aka Jimmy Pistols. You dig? You ain't really got to have conversations with them, right? And we've been doing a great job of making a whole lot of noise and driving these conversations forward and continuing to have momentum to break new ground and to get more people on our side. So absolutely, if you want to hop on, there's tons of room on this train, but let's just make sure that we're a little, you know, that we're doing it properly. You dig? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following and subscribe to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon of the New Geeks. And if you would like to sponsor a stream, like you see the homie Charles Briggs' name scrolling across the bottom right now, right? When you guys give super chats, they are tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom, like you see the homie Charles Briggs tonight. You dig? And yeah, let's get caught back up with the chat, and then we'll get started with the show. All right. Frank C said the Gunners can't handle the truth, bruh. You want the truth? You can handle the truth. All right. And shout out to Jack Nicholson. What's going on, Alan Belk said everyone smash that like button. Indeed. Right. Let me see where the likes at. Let me see where the likes at. You dig? We had 23 likes. We got 44 people in here. Oh no, 32. Excuse me, but 44 viewers so far. So yeah, he said glory hounds. He said weird at best. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. It's like, why are you coming up in ours, bro? Nobody know you over here. Anybody familiar? Like we're not familiar with your game, right? And just act like, hey, you know, this big thing that just happened is actually because of me. That's pretty wild, bro. To tell people that have been like directly involved that, hey, something just happened because of them or because of you. Crazy. We over here having these conversations. We're pushing these hashtags forward. This South Cali guy who was in the chat, it was his comment that was engaged with, and then, but it's you, but it's because of you, man. Come on, bro. You better announce yourself first, bro. What's going on, Venkata? Much love, Venkata. And what's going on, Rail? All right. Yeah, crazy. All right, let's go on and get to this conversation because I ain't about to be on here super long because I ain't got a whole lot of topics. But nah, man, this budget, dog, this shit just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's funny because in the lead up to Justice League, right? That's why I'm keeping shit so consistent. Right, because in the hold up, actually, let me find this too. Because in the lead up to Justice League, there was a time where, and it's funny because I was even talking to Leon about this, but there was a time where I thought that John Schnepp kind of going in on like with Justice League before it came out. I thought he was tripping, right? Because every time that one of the DC movies was about to come out back then, it was almost as if, you know, something bad had to be said about it right before the movies came out. And this was like a continuous thing, right? It was with Wonder Woman, it was with Suicide Squad, it was with BVS, it was with all of the films, right? So when the thing came up and John Schnepp said what he said, because he's like, hey, you have this film being redone like 5 months out, you know, he's like, hey, that shit, this about to be a Frankenstein movie. They're gonna redo it. They're gonna rewrite it. They're gonna re-edit it. And one of the things that kind of gave it away for him in that instance was the fact that they were switching the composer. He was very clear about that, and I was actually trying to find that clip. The only clip that I was able to find was a YouTube video from somebody that I was not about to play. But yeah, no, he really went on like this whole tirade. Because when Danny Elfman was brought on, he's like, yo, there's no way, because this guy was a filmmaker. He was a director, worked on animated projects, was an credited filmmaker. So no, he was an actual filmmaker with projects, with documentaries. He was a repeat director on that show, Metalocalypse, like all that. So yeah, I don't want to hear that this guy didn't know what he was talking about, but he was saying like, hey, you don't bring a new composer on this late in the game. without all these things being true. He's like, this film is being reshot, redone, re-edited. They're going to redo the whole thing. And I was like, man, what? No way that they was going to do that in 5 months. I was like, why would they do something that dumb? I was like, there's no way John Schnepp is just tripping. Now, as we all know, he was completely in 1,000% right. That is what, in fact, was happening. Right? Yep. Switch the composer, editor, reshoots, sound familiar, people, right? So, and this was 5 months before the movie was coming out, right? 5 months. He said twice the budget, double the flop. Right? But yeah, like that was 5 months before that movie was coming out, right? So I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently, some major changes coming to this film, y'all. Major. We had this story drop yesterday, and everybody's talking about it. There's going to be lots of reshoots. It's going to be less humor. They're shortening the movie by 20 minutes. They have a new editor, and they got a new composer. Now, I've learned my lesson. I'm keeping it a buck. This movie getting redone, y'all. Facts. They getting redone. What is this, like the third fucking round of reshoots? Fourth? And now we got a new composer? How trash is this movie, dog? Yeah, and he was doing the Venture Brothers too, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't know. No. Listen. What we not about to do, this is what we not about to do. Right? What we not about to do is try to have some fucking, we gonna be sitting there like, oh my god, WB is screwing with this movie. This shit suck. Bruh, the trailers are trash, bro. The fucking what, bruh, all of the marketing for this movie is trash. The suit is trash. You can only polish a turd so much, bro. It's still a fucking turd. A cascade of changes. Leaned heavier on humor. Something the execs weren't entirely sold on. Bro, because this shit's not funny. It don't work in a Superman movie. Bro, they brought you in here to do something different. You think they was going to have this shit play out and your movie ends up being trash, and now they're trying to get you to make it more fucking Snyder-like, and you're seeing all these articles, hey, Superman and Batman versus Superman are so much more. Oh, you don't fucking think, bro. I'm so sick of this, yo. I'm so sick of this situation. I'm so sick. I cannot wait for this movie to come out and flop. And I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any of this shit. This dude has been divisive from day one, dog. He said it's the 5th round of reshoots, bro. Right? 5th is wild. Very minor changes. Well, this shit say a cascade. Says, tell him, yeah, bro. This shit been sucked. Nah, He don't have no built-in excuses. He only has, and look, I'm not going in on you, Bad Dan. I already know that you know what's up. But no, I'm just clarifying. He don't have no built-in excuses, bro. No, he don't. Because I'm not going to want to hear that shit. Bruh, you had way more creative control than Zack Snyder's ever fucking had, dog. Real talk. Right? You literally have people that was involved in the DC films disputing how much fucking power Zack Snyder had. What was the old girl name who came out and said, oh yeah, we actually never had a meeting where Zack Snyder was the guy. You literally had somebody say, hey man, they were involved trying to downplay Snyder's power, saying we never really knighted Snyder like that. Well, guess what? You can't make that same excuse this time. Not at all. Not at all. Sky, even Kevin Smith said Hollywood loved to endorse upward failure, just like Count Dooku. I'll send you a clip. Hey, I got another clip talking about upward failure. How about this one? And thank you for bringing that up.
I'm not a DC hater. I love DC comic book characters. I go to the comic book store every week and buy different DC comics. So I'm far from that. But what I am a hater on is when you have a bunch of bumbling nincompoops in charge of these properties who keep failing upwards. They're failing forwards, and that's what I hate seeing. You see it happen.
You just described our career, man. So be careful.
Well,
about
hey,
that.
look, you know, a lot of people fail forward successfully, and others just suck. And I'm talking about the ones who suck. And it's very obvious you can't figure out how to make a Flash movie. You've tried 75 directors, 185 scripts. Why don't you go back in time and stop sucking and get it right?
And, but to be fair,
that's like
Riley like that one.
That is the best thing to write in somebody's yearbook. When you sign my yearbook, why don't you go back in time and stop sucking? Have a great summer, John.
Bruh, and here we are. Bruh, John Schnepp, dog, passed away in 2018. Rest in peace to John Schnepp. John Schnepp passed in 2018, dog. That fucking comment sounded like it came from yesterday. Wow. 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 Crazy. He said, remember he was filming this movie during the SAG-AFTRA strike. Bro, he was writing this shit during the writer's strike. He even admitted it. Bruh, he wrote this shit. Bruh, Zack Snyder didn't write any of the fucking any of his DC movies, dog. Right? Y'all stop me when I tell a lie. Did he write Man of Steel? Did he write Batman vs. Superman? Did he write Justice League? Was he the head of the fucking studio that his movie came out under? Or was he a hired filmmaker? And they look and shout, save us. And I'll whisper, no. Yeah. Says Sky, I believe it's a reason that Man of Steel 2 story came out 2 days ago. Bro, it's a reason why Zach was just posting with fucking Jim Lee. You got Zach posting about Jim Lee, Christopher McQuarrie talking about Superman. What's going on? This movie is ass, dog. It's James Gunn Superman. Bruh, he got so many. His dog is in the movie. His wife is in the movie. And no, we not doing that. Not today. Not today. And we damn sure ain't doing that shit July 11th weekend. We damn sure. Oh, what am my boy Kurt Angle? You say, oh, it's true. It's damn true. We ain't, nah. That is not happening, bro. This movie's ass. And everybody knows it, bro. Everybody knows this movie's cheeks. The trailers are trash. The fucking teasers are trash. Everybody is mocking the look. It's not just us, right?
Just watched the new Superman trailer. Here with Sean Fennessy and Chris Ryan on Bill Simmons. Why? Why does this movie exist? Why?
Why? Right? Much love, Nessa Noel. Yeah. Yeah. Sweaty, bro. Yeah, bro. John was the GOAT of that whole damn program, dog. Yeah. They did want Man, bro. We should have got Man of Steel too. They know what's up, bro. You even got people out here trying to act like they the ones just talking about, oh yeah, well, that script got handed over. We told y'all that shit years ago, bro. He said, this one MCU fan that won't be seeing James Gunn's Superman movie. No way. What's going on, Socks? He said, you know, Schnepp was also directing that at Campia, for sure. Campia was like, hey, man, you talking about some of us. Hey, Hit Dogs Holler, yo. What's going on, Toonami? All right. Said, I want that Christopher McQuarrie script retooled to have ZSJ. Bro, it was gonna have ZSJL at canon, dog. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. All of the shit that we was about to get going forward was gonna have ZSJL as canon, bro. That was the whole point, was to put the movie out, and they were gonna relaunch that shit with that newfound momentum, that newfound success. And instead of us getting a Man of Steel 2 or a fucking Batfleck movie or Justice League 2 and 3, we got this horse shit. He's saying, bruh, James Gunn gonna be, James is gonna be in this movie, dog. Ain't nobody dumb, bro. Ain't nobody dumb, bro. Alan Belk says, hell, the reason I support Sale in the first place is I don't trust WB with DC anymore, and Zach deserves better. He deserves to finish his DC where he's respected as an artist. Thank you, bro. These motherfuckers can't even get a damn Injustice game going right, bro. We had to deal, like, usually NetherRealm Studios, sorry for all y'all that don't game, but NetherRealm Studios, which is owned by WB Games, usually would make like a Mortal Kombat game and then an Injustice game and then a Mortal Kombat game and then an Injustice game. And it would help kind of keep things fresh because we weren't playing the same fighter over and over and over again. We would have some ways to have it kind of mixed up because they felt very different. I think one of the reasons why this last Mortal Kombat game wasn't as successful is because we were supposed to get an Injustice 3 and we didn't for whatever fucking reason. And now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, why did Mortal Kombat die so early? Because there was no Injustice. We should have got Injustice 3. And now they're talking about, yeah, you know, well, maybe this company is in fucking shambles, dog. He said that interview with Chris McQuarrie legit came out to show how bad this movie is going to be and what we could have had. Facts. Saying Fantastic Four is looking better than James Gunn's Superman. You already know it is. What up, Bishop? Everybody just calm down. Said the Syndicate Network was right again. Thank you, dog. Was right again. Fake plants with the we were robbed. Man, shut up, bro. We were robbed. All that fake fucking posturing on the internet, bro. Half y'all was just talking about let James Gunn cook and give him a chance. What's wrong? The movie still ain't out yet. What's the problem? What's the issue? Why y'all changing y'all tune? Wouldn't y'all say just let him cook and just give him a chance? And hey, guys, let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, bro. The lanterns, bro. Fucking Keanu Reeves was gonna be in the DCEU, bro, as Constantine. Crazy. Mama Bear said, I believe Gunn has dirt on people. That's probably what it is. He's in the damn, what was it? The Playboy Bunny Ranch. You know what I mean? He said, my homie was an intern at NetherRealm last year. He said Gunn came in and gave them notes on Injustice 3. I'm sure he did, bro. He got notes on every fucking thing, dog. Hey, guys, can you put me in the game, too? Can you give, like, Rick Flag white hair? You know? Yeah, let's put Rick Flag in the game and give him white hair. Can my wife's character be in the game? Can we put Weasel in there? Have my brother do the voiceover? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Said that Soups guy. Motherfuckers be getting caught in 4K, bro. He said Superman has to be turned back to good in the next game, or they can't make it at all. Crazy. Wait, is that really what he said? Is that really what he said? Bro. I'll be back, bro.
Hey, Zero.
The dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
Probably asleep right now, but you know, she on it, yeah, she want it, but she gotta do it when we fucking zone it. We don't touch down till the fucking morning, and we gon' do it till we fucking moan it. Please don't stop, please keep going. Got 'em like a spring stream by the way I'm flowing. Fresh new kicks, fresh new denim, fresh new shit come out me like venom. They on my fucking Peter, but I ain't gonna park her. Driving through Gotham to a flight I got chartered. The view so nice on the other side of town. By the way they headed, they'll probably go around. Some call them Soups, but most call them Sky. Either way you're looking up, cause he too fly. Chillin' with Steen on the spreading good vibes. Feeling like a free throw to have a good time. Night shift, night shift, night shift, like turning off a light switch, night shift, night shift, night shift. Oh, I thought you would, the nice kid, nice shit, night shift, night shift, night shift. Now you ain't never seen nothing like this, like this, like this, like this. That's why you watching night shift, night shift.
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. This motherfucker said, yo, hey, look, I know y'all trying to make a Flashpoint game, right? See, but I don't like the fact that when Barry went back in time, that he kind of screwed everything up. So when he goes back in time, he has to fix everything perfectly, or else y'all can't make the game. Right? Hey guys, we're gonna make a Dark Knight Returns game, right? But I don't like the fact that, you know, Superman was kind of the, you know, like an antagonist, right? I mean, hey, so y'all can make a Dark Knight's Return game, but yeah, he can't fight Superman in it. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know y'all want to make a Kingdom Come game, right? But all this, like, you know, all these religious overtones and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that, nah, can't have none of that, though, or else you can't make the game, right? I know you want to have a Killing Joke game. I know, y'all. I know y'all want to make a game about the Killing Joke, but... right? Yeah, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. I can't believe this. I almost refuse to believe that this is true, but I know it is, bro. Because it was hella weird that we didn't get a game. He said, swear to God, that's what he said. And then everybody, and then it's like actually sinking in everybody. Then it's not injustice. Right? Saying, can we put Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat 1? Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. You already know. That's not injustice. It's not. Yes, bro. Yes. This is like, what did Zach say when one of the execs asked him, oh, like, if you destroy his ship, how's he going to get back to Krypton? Yo, this is wild, man. This is crazy. He said maybe injustice would be better if it wasn't injustice. Right? This is crazy. He said, I know you want Kingdom Come, but he can't have black in his logo. Right? You can make a Dark Knight Returns game, but he got to be a younger Batman, bro. He said they can't handle these topics. I know you want Batman, but must he be so angry? Mama Bear said, judging on how he sexualizes stuff so far, I don't want his take on Kingdom Come. I'm just saying, yo, this is crazy. Wait, James Gunn can fly? In the movie, he gonna fly? Bro, if James Gunn fucking takes flight in this movie, dog, I'm firing on somebody. Facts. Chris said, why does James Gunn have a say on video game DC? You want to know why? Because of fucking David Zaslav, dog. That's why. That's why, bro. Because of David Zaslav. That is why James Gunn has a say on Injustice. That's why. That's why. Just letting you know. He said, we need a long Halloween Batman game, but we can't see anyone die. Oh my God. Crazy, bro. Said even Schumacher's movie got slashed. It's in the vault. Hey, speaking of that, I got a stream coming on the Schumacher cut coming tomorrow. And I got some exclusive information. How about that? How about that? Robert Harrison says, "What's up, Sky? Glad to see you back. Here's my prediction for the month of July. Jurassic World, 1 billion. And climbing, Fantastic Four, First Steps, 500 million. James Gunn, Superman, 450. And that will officially be a fucking flop. Yes. Because that movie cost $363 million at least. Or it was about $363 million about 2, 3, 4 fucking rounds of reshoots ago. And definitely before this composer situation and the editor shit is going down. 100%. Yep, Gunn also canceled the Wonder Woman game. Facts. He said, look, I don't like how Wonder Woman is so badass. You know what I'm saying? Can we like dumb her down some? Right? I know we're gonna have a Wonder Woman game, but does she have to have a fucking sword and shield? Can't she just use her lasso and talk people out of evil like she did Maxwell Lord? He said David Lasso gave James Gunn unlimited power. Crazy, dog. Crazy. So I heard a rumor that Gunny Poo himself will play Mr. Mixel Spitlick. We gonna see. All right. He said, as did Kevin Sujihara. Yeah, bro. He said, bro, tell me why they were about to have a one-time screening. Then WB backed out and said, nah, bro, it ain't connected to this universe. Yeah, I got an exclusive coming on that. Facts. He said his long Halloween will be trick-or-treating. It's gonna be Batman trick-or-treating. This shit crazy. His Hush movie will be nothing but people whispering. I don't like Batman. Yeah, I don't either. The end. Batman Hush. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, dog. Much love, Curly Ray. And thank you for pulling through. It's a $500 million budget and growing. Bruh, I believe it. It was at 363 4 rounds of reshoots ago, bruh. Hell nah. Has no charge, right? Has no business being in charge of all of DC. I agree, bro. But hey, Zaslav, bro. DC video game and movies should be separated. Hey, I thought so too. But guess what? They gave it all, bro. They gave it all up. They gave it all up, bro. But the only thing that is that is a great silver lining is that when you give up all of the control and all of the power to one person, I do not want to hear about this bullshit. When everything flopped or flops, I'm not going to hear it, bro. Right? I'm not going to want to hear it. Cease and desist. Yeah. He said, honestly, I don't even think the Schumacher cut would be big enough to outtrend anything. Gunny Poo just has an ego. Yeah, I think I know why that this is happening. I think I know. And we're going to get into that tomorrow. Say, hey guys, it's your boy. Yeah. Oh my God. He said, remember this all? James Gunn introduced Batman in an animated series during a musical. Creature Commandos is canon to his DC stuff. I still ain't watched that shit. Right? So how do you cease and desist your properties, your own properties, bro? Yeah, I know how. But yeah, so how much is this budget actually going to be? Like, there's no way that this shit is. There's no way, bro. There's no way. And then it's funny because you had certain people over there trying to shield, talking about, hey, man, it's like 180 million. It's like 180 million. Right? And then I pulled up this fucking article earlier who long ass time ago was saying that it was over 200. Long time ago, they were saying that shit is over 200. So once again, and I was about 4 to 5 rounds of reshoots ago. So how much is this budget for real? Shit is an enigma. Right? How do these things happen? They're like, oh, it's a $200 million plus film, and you got people out here shilling, twerking and shit. Oh, it was only 180. Yeah, it was like 180 million, y'all. Even though they keep having reshoots. He said Gunn's got no charge, no business being in charge of a daycare. Man, I ain't that man, bro. Never mind. I almost said something crazy. Did I hear Schumacher cut mention? Yeah, I got a stream about that coming tomorrow. And I got an exclusive. You dig? Said Ohio State municipal records show at least a $363 million just to start. WBD anticipates a $400 million loss just to start. Bro, this shit might be the biggest box office bomb of all time, bro. This shit might be the biggest box office flop of all time. You know what's funny? I don't think that the real numbers are gonna come out until after it flops. I think, yeah, like this shit's gonna come out, it's gonna flop, and then later down the line, the actual numbers are gonna come out about how much that this movie costs, right? I don't think that they're gonna do it right now, because if they come out and they say how much that this movie actually costs, it's gonna put huge pressure on this film to fucking succeed more than it already has. And not only that, you know, they're gonna have to come out and publicly talk about how much money that they lost at first. I think this shit is gonna get slowly leaked out later, like kind of like how we started finding out the actual budgets from a whole lot of these Disney projects way later down the line, like these Star Wars movies and stuff. Their actual budgets started coming out. It's like, yeah. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. This film's gonna flop. You know what I mean? He said, and that's just Ohio. We're not counting Los Angeles, Georgia, the UK, Australia, Norway, Iceland, bruh. And that was before all the reshoots and them getting a new composer and a new editor. They had to bring a new marketing guy in. How many people have lost their job since this movie began? Huh? Is the composer lost their job? The editor fucking lost their job. The marketing guy has lost his job. How many people have lost their job? Usually they say that making movies creates jobs, right? Don't that what they say? They're like, oh yeah, they created all the jobs. When Tom Cruise was going on that rant during the lockdown and they was filming that movie, and he was like, we're employing thousands of fucking people. Thousands of fucking people have jobs because of us right now. How many people has James Gunn's movie gotten fired, dog? He said, once this flops, I bet not hear Zashat point the finger at Abdi and DeLuca. Nah, bro. If they point the finger at Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi, you know the fix is in. Yo, if that shit happens, they need to be investigated, dog. Bruh, if this movie still comes out, or if it comes out and flops, and James Gunn still has a job, and he still is like having this fucking position, and these movies are still going to come out, I want this company investigated, dog. There's no way. There's no way. I want this company investigated, dog. If this shit comes out and it flops, and we got to hear about Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi after Sinners and Minecraft, they was expecting both of them movies to fail. Didn't Minecraft end up beating out Super Mario Brothers or some shit like that? Right? Said Gunn fired the Barbie marketing team. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Saying that this shit'll be lucky to hit 500 million. Yeah, I think so. But then, right, we was in there having that fucking discussion about inflation. What happens when this shit don't even reach Man of Steel numbers? Without inflation. Then what? What happens when you spend almost at least $400 million? Bro, how much fucking money this movie costs, y'all? And then it's funny because you have people saying like, oh my God, wait, is it the fact that it's expensive or does it look cheap? Like it can't be both. Like they can't have spent a shit ton of money and it still look cheap. Are those two things mutually exclusive? I don't know, dog. He said, I want to know what the bot budget is, bro. Yeah, I don't know. They got one. Said Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi will definitely be the scapegoats. You already know. Bro, nah, man. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. No. We not going to allow that, Sin Havoc. We ain't going to allow that, bro. Look, it's just like, and we've been having this discussion, right? Like, remember when The Rock was getting blamed? After Black Adam came out, and it was blaming him for all of DC and what happened. Oh my God, The Rock tried to come over, and you know he tried to take over. Blah blah blah. What the hell is the excuse now? Similar situation with them blaming The Rock for WrestleMania. Okay, cool. Let's blame The Rock for WrestleMania. Let's just say it is his fault. People still aren't fucking happy with what's been going on. Is it still his fault? Right? What's the problem right now? What's the issue right now? Is it still The Rock's fault? Crazy, bro. How do you blame Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi when he wrote the shit? He directed it. He's the producer. He's the head of DC Studios. Bruh, timeout. Did James Gunn give notes on Joker 2? Huh? Because that was Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi's movie. So if he gave notes on Joker 2 and they had to be adhered to, how the fuck is it their fault for this man's movie? Nah, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that. No. He said, hey, Sky, when Zach said it's a 10-year gap and not 5, what does he mean by that? What do you think that means? What do you think that means? Why would the age gap change? Why would the time jump change? Yeah, no, that wasn't recent. That was like within like the last year or so. But I remember when Zach said that. Say it's still a flop if it reaches Man of Steel numbers. No, but what happens when it doesn't, though? Right? Said Zack Snyder's films are cheap but look expensive due to Zack Snyder being a master of a budget, bro. On my life, bro, I was watching the director's cut of Rebel Moon last night, bro. Last night I was watching that movie. That movie's fucking beautiful, dog. And to think that he shot all 4 versions of that movie for $163 million. And I saw it on the fucking big screen. It looked just like every other huge blockbuster that looks awesome, just like Dune did, all these films. So y'all can miss me. I understand that some of y'all don't got super big TVs and ain't got all the HDR and the 4K and the 2160p and all that. Hey, I get it. Right? But I saw it on the big screen. I saw all 4 versions. So you can't fool me. It looked just like all the other fucking big budget masterpieces that you would be seeing in the theaters today. And he shot that shit for $163 million. 4 fucking films that were released. And you got this guy who has a budget of over 400 million. They still cutting this shit down. Everybody's panicking a month before the movie comes out, and they still re-editing this shit and bringing on a new fucking composer. And we talking, man, bro. Nah, dog. Said just like Gunn stands, the Gunn stands Lee blaming the Zack Snyder fandom for months of clowning on Superman when literally everyone has been dunking on Gunn Superman. It's been everybody. Gunn stands keep blaming. Yeah. He's not. All this falls on Gunn. He wrote and directed that trash. He's going to get cooked. Facts. He said hashtag Hunter can't book. Right? Expensive and cheap. Facts. He said ransom notes continue. Yeah, dog. He said, I'm not even going to lie. Even though I was nervous for a DC ran by Rock, it would have been way better. Bruh, you were going to get Zack Snyder back. That's the thing. Like, Zack was coming back. So all of this, like, oh, man, like, yo, nah, dog, no. Zack was coming back, bro. We were going to get all that. Right? Bro, this whole, like, dude, let me tell y'all what The Rock was worried about. All right? From my understanding, The Rock was concerned with fighting Superman and being a big part of whatever Justice League movie. Okay, cool. Do I want to see Black Adam fight Superman? Fuck yes. Do I want to see The Rock's Black Adam fight Superman? Fuck yes. I was picturing it from the time that The Rock signed on. Would I mind Black Adam being a part of the Justice League movie? Absolutely not. He is a Justice League level fucking villain damn near, right? So, like, them having to go off to Kahndaq and, you know what I'm saying, have some dealings with Black Adam, or Black Adam being part of some gallery of, no, he wasn't going to be the main villain. Right? What's going on? Yeah. Rebel Moon on the big screen. Yeah. I see y'all. No. This shit. Nah, man. Zach was gonna be back, bro. We were gonna get a Black Adam versus Superman. That's what he was concerned with. Was Black Adam versus Superman. Right? Said, I didn't know that. Yep. And 10 years later, literally meant 10 years later in the time of ZSJL IP. Thank you. He says a Black Adam versus Shazam would be better. I beg to differ. The Rock did not want to be a part of the Shazam universe, and cool. Look, I'll turn in my comic book nerd card or whatever. I don't care. Watching The Rock fight Henry Cavill is much more intriguing than watching The Rock fight Zachary Levi. Like, bruh, Shazam, that Shazam, I ain't trying to watch that, bro. Like, not with that Shazam. They'd had to have somebody else. Right? Yeah. $7 would have done Man of Steel 2, while Stone Corey would have done ZSJL 2 and 3. Bruh, everybody was on board with the Man of Steel 2 happening. All this stuff was in play. Keanu Reeves coming back. That's what I mean, bro. This is like so much more than just Zach coming back. This is fucking Constantine, Keanu Reeves being able to interact with Ben Affleck's Batman, dog. Like, really tying this whole multiversal shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, dude. Said The Rock versus Henry Cavill. Justice for DJ. Bring it. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, he says Dwayne Johnson was a producer for the first Shazam movie, but not the second one. I wonder why. Said also there was a beef brewing between Dwayne and Zachary Levi. Yeah, I'm sure. Right? Says imagine how funny it would be if Zach hired Zachary Levi back. All the backtracking Levi would be funny as fuck. That actually is true. But no, I wouldn't be shocked if, look, I don't think Shazam's going to be a part of it, but even if he did, I think he probably would try to bring him back because, you know, I think that there's going to be at least an attempt to try to bring back everybody that was involved. So I don't think that Shazam will be part of it, but if he was going to have him, I think he would ask it to be Zachary. I ain't even on front. All right. Said it would have been like watching Corn Sweat and Ben's Batman fighting. Hashtag awful. Facts, yo. Dwayne confirmed he was fighting WBD for over 6 years, right? Yeah. Yeah, nah. We already know what's up. All right. He said Shazam, Snyderverse ain't DCEU. Shazam ain't canon to the Snyderverse anymore. Y'all know what I mean. He said Rock thinks Levi is a clown. Mama Bear said The Rock is right. Hey, it just didn't materialize, guys. Right? Oh my God, that actually would be funny. Him having a back. Wait, I was like, what happened, bro? I thought it didn't materialize. Now it literally materialized. Hey guys, I was wrong. It actually materialized, and I'm here. Right? James Gunn was gonna fire me. Even though I went on that ski trip. You know what I'm saying? He went on that ski trip, dog. He said he went on that ski trip. He did go on that ski trip with Safran and Gunn. Crazy. He said the Shazam 2 audience didn't materialize. Hey, it just didn't materialize, guys. I'm sorry. You know? Oh my God, this is crazy. Send this. Yeah, let me wait on this. Now I cannot wait for this stream tomorrow too. I got something to share with y'all. You got some information. You dig? Yeah. He said that ski trip didn't materialize. He damn sure did go get his ass on that. What are they called? The gondolas or whatever? Nah, he was on that that little shit. He said, damn, I didn't know about the ski trip. Never mind it. No, you didn't know? Bro, he went on a ski trip, bro. It was like right after, but it was after the Cavill shit, right? It was after the Cavill shit. And then, yeah, it was like everything was going on, bro. Like the Gal Gadot thing was going on, like where she was like, yo, Gunn told me I was still gonna be in it. And all that was going on. And then yeah, bro. Right after that, he went on that ski trip and posted. I was like, bro, look at this dude, bro, on a ski trip with Safran and Gunn. It was like, yeah, and it was right before that movie came out, Fury of the Gods, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it right after? When did Fury of the Gods come out? Yeah, it was right before, right? Because was that not one of the 4 movies that was coming out? It was like Shazam, yeah, it was Shazam, Aquaman, The Flash, and Blue Beetle, right? Those were the 4 movies that were yet to come out. Yeah, yep. It was right before. Yep, right after the Cavill stuff, before Fury. Yes, absolutely. He said, damn, that's dirty as fuck. So Levi thought he was in there. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Hold on. I'm about to find this picture, bro. Zachary. Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, bro. Yeah. Hold up. No. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if it works from here. Yeah. My man thought he was in there, dog. I was like, word? Word, bro? Like, you moving like that, dog? See, this is the thing. I knew I was going to try to get this thing. It was going to disappear. And that's exactly what happened. Okay. Hold up. Let me get another one. Yeah, I damn sure found the picture, though. Oh, here we go. Let me try this one. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah, here we go. Hold up. Let me yeah. Yeah. My man thought he was in there, dog. My man thought he was in there, bro. Right? My man thought he was in there, dog. The ski, bro. This was the ski trip to end all ski trips, bro. My man's for real thought he was in there. So Gunn said, low key go Levi. Oh yeah, you can get out of here too, bro. All right. He's holding up the Peacemaker snowboard, right? Oh, he said instead of a ski trip with Saffron, Levi should have gone swimming with Sky. He would have gotten a lot of support from himself. He said, wasn't he taking shots at him? Yeah, he was like, hey, man, like, it just didn't materialize, guys. And, you know, Zack Snyder, he had his movies, and, you know, it was like, wait, what? He said Levi was Gunn's spokesman to tell off the masses. Yeah, bro. Nah, I remember he said after Levi got fired, he became disgruntled and salty. It's because of this ski trip, bro. He said the ski trip to save DC. Yo, what's going on, Necron? All right. He's Levi was all Shazam. Yo, yeah, I'll never forget this ski trip, dog. Hey, it just didn't materialize, Zach. You know, but we got a special guest to bring on the panel. What's going on to Apex Leon? What up, big dog? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I was over here laughing, bro, because hey, that ski trip was crazy, bro.
Bro,
he thought he was in there.
He thought he was in there, bro. He thought he was in there, bro. It was like, oh yeah, like, you know, right before that shit, belly flop, and then it was like, hey, no, hey, like off of Remember the Titans. You can shut up too. Ain't gonna be no Miss Shaw singing on this bus. He said, you can shut up too.
Bro, it's crazy because, like,
bro,
man, let that be a lesson to people like him, man. Don't be out here twerking, man.
Don't do it,
the
bro.
Wrong side of history.
Don't
Remember,
do
he
it,
was
bro.
up there on stage talking all that noise, talking about Snyder Cut. Does that even exist? It just didn't materialize.
Oh, no. Wait. No. Excuse me, Leon. That was two separate things. He questions the existence first before it came out, and then after the shit came out, that's when it just didn't materialize.
You remember he said
came out.
He laughed, that dumb laugh he made on stage.
Yep.
Trying to laugh about it, and the crowd wasn't even really into it. The crowd was like, "Okay, bro, like."
Oh.
We asked him about this because, like, we heard about it and we're interested. You up here tripping because you got one little lame ass movie coming out, bro.
Right.
That man was acting like he was Superman up on that stage, bro. Like, you're just Shazam. Relax.
Shazam.
Went from Shazam to shit. I don't have a job, man. That's crazy, bro.
Nah, bro. It just didn't materialize, bro. Right?
He thought Peter had his back, bro.
He thought Peter had his back, dog.
Hey.
I bring this shit. Hey, and to my knowledge, Gunn was there too. If I'm not mistaken, Gunn was actually there too. Just wasn't part of these
photos,
pictures here. You know what I mean?
He might have been The one that took him, even though it looked like
Bro,
a groupie
no,
selfie.
no. I think Gunn was probably back at the lodge because
Probably.
He was probably setting up for one of them parties. Right? While they were out snowboarding and skiing and shit, Gunn, bro, he was doing what any good host was do, right?
True.
Yeah, he was at the house.
Yeah.
Or back at the lodge setting up for the festivities.
Right. With the get mask and all that. I'm gonna shoot I'm gonna shoot Zachary Levi a little bail, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the chat. I saw y'all showing love. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna shoot him a little bail, just a little, because I know that he has come out and been talking about morality and different things and blah blah blah. So I get not only that, but trying to find a new avenue and a new lane. You know what I'm saying? Because Hollywood, bro, like you gotta twerk and you gotta do them parties, Zach Levi. And he don't seem like the type of guy that's about that. So that's probably why that ski trip didn't work out. You feel me?
he was like, I don't even know what to do here. Like, do I get on my knees? Do I
I've already
look,
I'm
gonna be back, bro. Go ahead and cook on this whole budget situation. I'll be back, bro.
All right, bro.
I'm sorry, man. Look, y'all don't listen to me. I ain't got no sense.
Yo, hey, chat. Hey, I want y'all to put a number in the chat of how much y'all think that budget's gonna be when it's all said and done. Because we already know right now it's damn near 400 million from what it sounds like. I think the last number that we officially knew was what?
No, bro. It was 363 before any reshoots, bro. That is
right.
Any reshoots. So I don't know, dog. I think it's well over 4. Bro, it fucking has to be, dog. And they got new composers, new editors.
Damn. So they're making damn near another movie.
Bro, Sin Havoc said he think it's 5, bro. I gotta take that into consideration, dog. I wouldn't be shocked, bro.
I wouldn't be either, man, if they're hiring all these new people. Plus, you got to throw in marketing, and it was already nearly 400 mil before the reshoots. So, what's another 100 mil? It was damn near 400 already. They just threw another 4 at it, or another 100 at it. So yeah, this is crazy. All right, and while y'all figuring out them numbers, I know we love to ask this all the time, but I just got to know, just so we can keep it consistent. How much, while y'all thinking about the budget, I see some numbers. How much do you think this film is actually going to make in the box office when the run is done? Now, remember, this film is sandwiched in between 2 blockbusters that a lot of people are looking forward to. One is a Marvel, one's got dinosaurs. We got Jurassic World Rebirth or whatever it's called. I'm going to see it. You can call it whatever you want. I'm seeing that movie. And we have Fantastic Four First Steps. So we got, how much do you think the budget's going to be when it's all said and done, when they actually reveal it? I'm seeing a lot of 500 mil. Right, and then tell me how much it's going to make after it's all said and done. And then here's a third question. I know I'm throwing a lot of questions at y'all, but I like the activity in the chat. I love to see it. Third question: which one of the 3 films is going to end up being the bigger money maker? Put in order. Which one do you think? So we got Jurassic World, we got Fantastic Four, and we got Superman L. Put in order which one you think is going to be number 1, number 2, and in this 3, which one's going to be last. All right, so let me check the chat real quick. To question 1, the budget is... What up, chat? Mama Bear was good. Bad Dan, hey. Darshan was good. I saw y'all showing love. I see Josh. What up, Josh? Alan Belk. All right, let's see some answers. Nessa, what it do? Yeah, man, you're just Shazam, bro. Relax. Buddy was up there like, the Snyder cut. Like, bro. Buddy was acting like he got the role of Batman, and we was acting like, calm down, bro. All right, we got, let's see. Where that budget? All right, Sin Havoc said at least 500. That's insane. Not that I don't believe it. I'm just saying, like, how do we get here? If you're Warner Brothers, I guess you have to ask yourself that. But hey, my theory is always that allegedly, I got to start with that. I won't even say names. The guys at the top, they don't care because they're getting paid buku money for flops. So they have no incentive for quality. They don't give a shit. Tony Khan says probably 600 mil, 700 mil when you account for all of the marketing. Yeah, I say the same thing. Necron about 400 mil area, north of 400 mil. About that. Are these your answers for how much you think it's gonna make? Because I know I asked like 3 questions. Honestly, me being generous. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking, I keep saying this, but whatever Superman Returns is with inflation, because you gotta like ticket purchases, right? Whatever the ticket purchases were for like Superman Returns, I think that's what it's gonna be. Now, if this film, I'm not gonna say the rest because that would be helping them. I ain't trying to help them, but never mind. I'll tell y'all after July 11th what they should have did. No more than 300 mil. Wow. Damn. Bro, if Frank C is right, that'd be nuts. If all this movie gets is that. That's crazy. Tony Khan said 600 mil if they're lucky. Yeah, if they're lucky. Because of ticket prices and the actual ticket purchases, I could kind of see maybe that. I don't think that's outrageous. It's still middling because you'd have to compare that to the thing that they tried to kill, which is the Snyderverse essentially, and the quote unquote DCEU that they were cooking up after the Snyderverse, because I think of those as 2 separate things. And the biggest solo Superman film ever was Man of Steel, and without inflation, it's over 600 mil. With inflation, it's $1 billion. Just at the $1 billion, if I'm not mistaken. So Man of Steel is kicking its ass. Let's see. And yeah, I'm with your mama, but I'd be a little surprised, but I don't know. Ticket prices are crazy, but I don't really see the interest for 600 mil as far as the literal physical ticket purchases itself. And I hope everybody knows what I mean when I say that. Like, I've been keen on saying that a lot. 12 tickets are not the same price as 12 tickets from a few years ago, or during Man of Steel era, I should say. Mysterious Stranger says 600 million overall is the best guess, but the MSM will point to critical success, etc. Yeah, those narratives are dead. No one gives a shit because ain't nobody living on Twitter like that anymore. So it doesn't really matter. Like, that whole experiment of sending massive bots and plants and having all the legacy media control the cinematic narrative, that shit was strong as hell between like 2013 and 2016 and a little bit beyond, right? There was a lot of control over that. That doesn't really exist anymore. No one's really moved by that as much as they used to be. People just kind of go watch a movie whether they want to or not now. It is what it is. Even Rotten Tomatoes has no weight. That's just practically a dead site in terms of influence, right? So now let's see the order of what's going to be cooking. We got Nessa number 1. What's up, brother? You back?
Yeah, real quick. I was gonna say, Necron saying anything under 600 million is not a true success for this movie. I'll just say this: the Batman made 700, and that shit's sequels gotten canceled. Right? So, like, imagine trying to launch a whole fucking universe, and this thing makes $600 million, or even 7. You can't, in good conscience, continue that when you just had the Batman make $700 million and that shit got its sequel canceled. Let me play this video from
real quick.
To
add to what you just said, plus, in addition to what Scott just said, tack on that it might be a $500 million budget. Just saying.
500 M's, bro.
Crazy.
Let's listen to Kevin Smith.
And they'll like, tell Lorenzo what you told us about Superman. And so I launch into my spiel and shit. And Lorenzo's the first guy who's like, well, what would you do differently? And I said, well, I hadn't thought about it, but I mean, I guess you could try this, and that. And he's nodding and shit. And he's like, well, you know what? We're going to give you a shot at it. And I said, all right, awesome. And he goes, it's pending approval of the producer. And I said, who's the producer? And they said, John Peters. I said, all right, what do I got to do? They're like, you got to go meet with him. I said, okay. Now, John Peters, if you don't know, he's a producer on movies like he was an exec producer or producer in name only on Rain Man. He was a producer on Batman. He was a producer on The Main Event, the Barbra Streisand boxing movie. Which is how he got his start in the business. He used to be Barbra Streisand's hairdresser. And then one day he became a producer because in Hollywood you just kind of fail upwards. So anyway, I'm going to meet John Peters. And
crazy, bro. Crazy. Failing upwards.
That's crazy, bro. That shit remind me of that clip from Juggernaut, bitch, where he said, I'm a part-time stripper and I do hell. That shit was funny, bro. That's crazy, man. But hey, failing upwards seems to be a reoccurring theme in Hollywood.
Mama Bear said, I know that people are claiming that because of Minecraft and Sinners, WB has made budget for Superman, right? Yo, what's funny about that is like, what about the budget and shit for Minecraft and for Sinners? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Sinners, they couldn't have made budget off that for Superman because, first of all, Ryan Coogler getting paid off them tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ryan Coogler getting paid off them tickets.
Hand over fist.
Facts, bro.
Hey, Ryan Coogler looking like what's his name? And when he was asking to get in, he had his hand out. Give him my money. Let me get
cornbread. You know
yeah, cornbread. Yeah, give him my money with that hand out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's good, Michael? I see you.
All right.
What they were saying? They said Fantastic Four, Jurassic World. Which one? A lot of people saying Jurassic World might cook all three.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I saw.
Wow, the chat is definitely Fantastic or Jurassic World. That's what's up.
Yeah, nah. That one's clearly going to be the one that's going to win. This was from Nate's Memes. Nate's Meme says, Skywalker, I thought I saw somewhere that the 365 million was for Gunn to make Superman, Creature Commandos, and Peacemaker season 2. That is not true.
That's not true, bro.
That is not true. That was reported from the Ohio municipal county. You know what I mean? That Superman, the budget for Superman was $363 million.
Yeah,
and that was before any reshoots. So
no,
that was before they were making Peacemaker. That was a whole other production. Like that was a whole other production.
Right.
So no,
not at all.
Bro, you see how they trying to like cape for this dude, right, bro? They using all they fucking content creators, bro. They're influencers. They're using all their media fucking connects, bro. Everybody's trying to downplay the budget of this movie because they know
one of the biggest shills of them all, whose channel mysteriously got murdered and deleted, and all the videos got taken away or whatever. Hey, was over here saying repeatedly that it was 150 to 200 or something like that. Not even. He kept saying it was 150 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? He wasn't even saying 2.
150 to 180. Was never saying 2. And then the first time I saw a actual website report on it, they said fucking 200 plus.
And then the Ohio tax joint said damn near 4.
Yeah. No, that was first. That came first. The 363 was the first number that came out. And then after that, everybody was trying to downplay it. You had all the fucking people, no, hey y'all, no. It's like 150 to 180. And then you had an article that came out that said it was 200 plus, but they didn't specify. Guess what? 363 million, it is 200 million plus. Just so y'all know.
just so you know.
Just so everybody's clear. You know what I'm saying? That's 200 million plus, bro. Crazy, dog. They be like, see? They be trying to get that fucking
just so you know,
bro. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That, rumor is they removed a lot of the humor out of Superman L because it wasn't landing. It wasn't bro. This shit wasn't gonna land to begin with. His fucking diaper ain't landing, bro. You know what I mean? Nothing's landing. Nate says Fantastical Four is gonna flop hard. I actually don't think the Fantastic Four is gonna flop, man. I'm telling y'all, bro.
That movie's not gonna flop. It might not be as successful as Jurassic World, but it definitely.
I don't think it's gonna flop,
bro. I'm gonna see it. They have me
tripping them, bro. They got the Fantastic Four and Marvel Rivals, bro. That game is super fucking popular. They're already dropping new skins. They just dropped some new skins for the Fantastic Four. That's hard as shit. Facts,
bro.
Facts, bro. That new Mr. Fantastic skin is incredible.
I grew up a Fantastic Four fan. Do y'all remember the only Fantastic Four game that existed for a hot minute back in the day? Shit graphics and all that. I used to rent that game from Blockbuster. Me and my sister used to kill that game because it was a multiplayer game. You needed somebody to play with.
Yeah.
I used to watch all the cartoons. I bought the comics when Jim Lee rebooted it. When he was doing it was Heroes Reborn. Bro, I used to love Fantastic Four. That was my shit, bro.
Yeah. I used to love the cartoon, bro. I used to run around the house. Bro, I thought I was Johnny Storm, dog.
Bro, I don't even know who I like. I know in the game I like Johnny Storm, but I don't even know who I wanted to be. I just love the imagery of Fantastic Four, bro, for some reason. Dr. Doom was my guy, though.
Hey.
That's who it was. I take that back. I know it was Dr. Doom. He was always like
Dr. Doom is hard too, bro.
The Batman with magic to me.
Well, Mama Bear said that person was clowning my Godzilla in Superman guess. There's a kaiju.
Hey, facts.
He said, hey, eyes up here, bro. Eyes up here.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up there. Hey, buddy. Goofy, man. But yeah, bro, that movie, bro. Fantastic Four flopping. I almost want to bet $400 that it won't.
Yeah, he said I bet you $400.
That's chump change.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's the Marvel Rivals thing too, bro. That game is super popular. Still a lot of people playing it. The Fantastic Four is in it. That was actually beautiful marketing, bro. Yeah, that was actually beautiful marketing. Like,
that was like they were the first ones. Like they led the marketing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah. They were the first like downloadable or not downloadable, but they were the first characters that got added on. Yeah, they were the first four, the first family. They forgot their own team ups and shit. And then I was even questioning, like, man, there's still some time till the fucking movie comes out. And then they go and they drop these like legendary skins for all of them right before the movie come out. And I was like, see, there you go.
If they mess around and have the Jim Lee version of Fantastic Four on that game, I might have to download it. Michael asked me, "What do you think? What do I think of the Jonathan Hickman fan?" It was good, man. I like Hickman's run. He made it very science fiction, and if Marvel's smart, they'll use parts of that run in order to, circle around this movie's plot and everything. This movie looks like the best version of Fantastic Four already that I've seen. It's got like little hallmarks of corniness due to the era that it's in, the time period that it's in, I don't know, man. It looks like a dope movie. Now, is it going to be like some, cinema as defined by Martin Scorsese type shit? Probably not. Like, come on. It's going to be a good shove popcorn in your face, take a nice date, take your wife, take the kids type of movie. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about weird innuendos or people sexting or a guy who did weird tweets. Anyway, what were we gonna say?
On top of that, too, they're coming off of Thunderbolts, which didn't make a whole bunch of like extra money, but quality wise, that movie was dope. That movie was dope. Like, I saw it, I liked it quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like one of their best Marvel films in a while. And I liked Brave New World too, and it was better than Brave New World. So for sure, like, they're ramping up. So yeah, man.
I dig it. I want to watch it. I can't wait to see it. And a movie that I'm more anticipating is Jurassic World. Yeah. It's gonna kick so much ass.
That one looks fire, bro. I still haven't watched that trailer. And now that I think about it, he said, "Remember, Superman had to be a hit." That's true, right? It had to be a hit. That was absolutely true. What's going on, Bill? How you doing? All right. He said, if the Fantastic Four movie makes more than the Superman, it'll be very telling, and I won't let Gunn stand to live it down. It's true. He said One Punch Dan's gonna be better than the two Barons. Y'all bugging, bro. He said, also, it looks original, set in the 60s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice for sure, set in the 60s. He said, yep. And they're making the dinosaurs scary again. Yeah, that's why I don't mind them making the little mutant dinosaurs. I'm like, hey man, go ahead and spice it up. You know what I'm saying?
That one was crazy. The one that looked like it's got a big ass dolphin head, a crazy scary. I was like, oh shit, that looked creepy.
Yeah,
I'm with it. And Scarlett Johansson in it with her fine so
right. Said not Senor Fantastico. Said I'm still not feeling a female Silver Surfer in that movie, bro. You know what? I was actually talking with my homie. That's his favorite comic book character. When he first heard about it, he was like mad, but now that he's seen the trailer, he was like, I don't really care anymore. It's like
yeah. I was annoyed. That's like none of my favorite. I got a homie. That's
I used to love the Silver Surfer too, bro.
I thought it was cool. Silver Surfer. My homie loves him, and he was a little annoyed.
It's the design, bro. He got like he has like an iconic ass design, bro.
100%.
Right.
But when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, like I'm not with all this gender swapping. I'm not with all the race swapping. But after I know about it, I'm gonna make my feelings be clear. And then, hey, you gotta wow me with the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Nate, funny. He over here going in on this movie. Hate to break it to who, bro. Like, I don't know. Reed Richards being sidelined. That's not
is gonna get cooked in sideline for Sue Storm and Charlotte Ball. Hey. Bruh, if he gets nah,
that's funny.
She said, why they releasing those movies in July with Superman? They shooting themselves in the foot. Hey, nah, that's James Gunn's dad's birthday. Well, actually, no, no, I can't even fucking say that because they said he forgot. So it was just like
yeah,
right,
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, he said there was no need for the Silver Surfer gender swap. I agree.
No need at all. You're right.
Yep. No, there is a female Silver Surfer. The question is, she had only been in like 3 or 4 issues.
Right.
That was the problem.
To even justify it.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah,
It's stupid.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it was dumb. I am not about to argue that, but
Yeah, it was stupid. I just
you know.
it's not anything that's gonna keep me from watching the movie though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. And if Reed Richards gets sidelined, I mean, it's Fantastic Four. They got 3 other characters. It's all good. I'm not tripping. Somebody got to get their ass whooped.
Hey, I'm trying to see Galactus, bro.
Facts. I'm not tripping. Listen, this movie's probably gonna be just dope. It's not gonna change cinema. It's not gonna be like some cinematic masterpiece. It's gonna be a good time at the movies. Probably at best, but I don't see it being a shitty movie. You know what I mean? It's not giving me Thor. It's not even giving me Ragnarok vibes. Like Ragnarok made me feel like you know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
and then that's before we even get to Love and Thunder. I'm not getting any of that. So I think we're safe.
Ragnarok was truly like I was in my middle of I'm gonna just go see whatever Marvel's putting out vibe, right? Because I saw that shit in theaters, bro. See, look, they be trying to.
That's hurtful,
bro. They be trying to talk shit to me, dog. Like
you're just a big cultist, right? Like
you know what I'm saying?
Going to see everything. Yeah, Sky watch everything.
I saw Thor Ragnarok in theaters, dog. That was 2017. I wasn't no fucking content creator back then, bro.
Yeah, that was 2017, huh?
That was 2017, dog.
Damn, that was an awful movie.
Terrible. Right? I still went to go see it.
I reviewed the shit out that movie too.
That movie, you know what I mean?
This man was getting shocked, bro.
He said, and Norman Rad is going to be in the MCU very soon. Yeah, I have heard that too.
Yep.
Especially after the backlash.
Man, all these characters right now, Fantastic Four, they don't even exist in their like the
in the
modern
main
timeline.
Yeah.
I believe they're gonna probably go transfer over. They're keeping up with the vibe of like, how do you make the quote unquote first family? Because they always feel old school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You give that old school feel by, displacing them and putting them in the modern era. Do them like Captain America, essentially. I'm assuming that's probably what's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're gonna be in the main timeline at the end of this movie.
There you go.
There you go. And then the main timeline might be the one with the
regular Silver
exactly. Because the only being that is consistent, I think, throughout the multiverse is Galactus. I think that there may still be different Silver Surfers, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, what it is, like, I think because like DC does this too. It's almost like a
Dark Side, where it's the same thing, right?
Correct.
There's only
it's only
Dark
one
Side
Dark Side.
is.
Yes.
Oh my God, bro.
There's only
Dark
one
Side
Dark Side,
is,
and then what happens is he appears, maybe different armor, but it's the same motherfucker existing in different existences, and yeah. What was I gonna say? Same thing with basically all the characters that are reminiscent of something that is like almost like, I don't want to say the Bible, I ain't trying to go that far, but yeah, the Iliad, things of that nature, where it's like there's an omnipresence, right? If you're a character that is reminiscent of omnipresence, then because if I showed you the map of the multiverse, it's gonna get real geeky. The multiverse is within, let's say, a bubble. Outside of that bubble exists all the omnipresent characters. So you got Norse mythology, Greek mythology, there's this thing called sky, the sky, no pun intended. The sky, is it called sky? I'll just say Sky Zone for lack of remembering the exact. And that exists all the random gods, like from African legend and African lore. And then on the complete opposite end of that, you have the hell-ish characters. You have the Hades characters. You have the new gods or apocalypse characters, I should say, et cetera, so on and so forth, right? All the omnipotent characters that surround the multiverse. So they're ever present and they're one figure selves, but they come into the plane of existence, piercing through dimensions in different armor and different avatars, shit like that. Anyway, enough nerdiness. Y'all get it.
Taylor saying Ragnarok was funny, but the story was awesome. Bruh, y'all are part of the problem, bro. I keep trying to tell you.
The story was what?
Bruh, everybody that liked Thor Ragnarok, bro, y'all are the problem, bro.
Yeah, y'all the problem.
Facts, bro. Because that's what led to Love and Thunder. Y'all, bro, you guys emboldened Taika Waititi, bro. Like
Facts, bro.
That is what happened. That movie came out. Everybody was like, oh my God, it's so awesome. And I was like, that shit was low-key trash.
Bro.
And they was like, nah, it's so awesome. We should just let Taika Waititi do whatever he wants.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
You
like,
know what
right.
they should have been championing? They should have been championing the first, 5 minutes of that movie? That's it.
I don't even know if it was the first 5 minutes of Ragnarok.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it was like the song, it had the rock song, and then he defeated like the hellish fire Surtur. He defeated Surtur. That whole vibe was nasty. If you would have gave me that for 2 hours, I'm with it. All the rock, all the hellfire and brimstone, all that metal shit. I'm with all that for 2 hours. Give me that. I remember watching that. I was like, damn, that was hard. And then even the jokes were funny. When you were circling around, I was like, okay, that's funny. Haha, Marvel shit. If you would have gave me that shit for 2 hours, I'm with it, bro. Rest of the movie fell off a fucking cliff. I'm like, why would you give me that and take it away for jokes and him being electrocuted? He's the god of thunder, bro. And he was tased.
Yeah, hit that motherfucker with a taser, dog.
Like, what is wrong with you people? Nah, bro, I can't get behind that, man. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Disrespectfully.
God, he was saying it's called Skyland, right?
Skyland, boom, thank you. Bat Dan for the win. Skyland, I said Sky Zone.
Heaven, hell, Skyland, Underworld, the dreaming,
yes,
nightmare, apocalypse, dark side is, bro.
With the information, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And he put it in order of their counterparts.
Yep.
Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Yep. Thank you.
Skyland is not a home of Sky's crib. Yes, it is. It is called Skyland now.
Facts.
He said, bro, it was awesome because we saw Thor reach his full potential. But then we
get out of here. And guess what? We could have reached that same full potential with a better film, bro. Get out of here with that, Taylor. Hey Taylor, if you liked it, hey, I
loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Cool,
there
right?
you go, bro. If you liked it, bro, I love it, bro.
But you can have it. Fuck it.
He said first Thor was the best. Absolutely.
Yes, bro.
Absolutely.
I even show love to the second Thor now.
Right?
At this point. Damn. What did Nessa say? Yo, Leon, that was one of the scenes that pissed me off from the entire movie right now. Right?
Oh.
When he got tased? Oh my God.
Right?
I was like, man.
But the general audience made Ragnarok a hit, which is why I'm scared of how they'll receive Superman L. For all we know, the general audience will like that trash. I think that there is a huge difference.
100%.
Because that is the MCU.
Yep.
And this is Superman, a character that has historically kind of struggled to find like mainstream. Yep. Look, the logo is super popular. The character is super popular, but like in terms of him being like important in the zeitgeist, bro. When's the last time that Superman was really relevant outside of a Zack Snyder film, bro?
Bro,
like just to keep it a buck, dog. Like,
how many times have we said this? I remember having a debate on a certain Shill's platform before it died out against a loser who knows all about business. We ain't gotta invoke them, but you get what I'm saying? And I was debating, I was like, bro, Superman has never been popping like that in the box office. Superman 1 did well, Superman 2 did well, Everything after that has been nothing.
Facts.
And every time they've made attempts live action wise, they've been flat. The only time that the audience really connects with Superman is Clark, because relatable. The joke about Superman for general audiences has always been he's OP, he's boring, he's no fun, right? Boring, no fun, OP, cookie cutter, big cheese, corny bread, white bread. That's always been the conversation around Superman, until I would even go as far as to say, to a degree, Smallville, but in totality, Zachary Edward Snyder,
bruh,
he put his fingerprints on the character. It's been a wrap.
And let's keep it a buck, dog.
You're on mute.
Oh shit! Wait, I'm on mute. Wait, can y'all hear me? I should.
Yeah, you're on mute. Can y'all hear him? Let me know, chat, if y'all can hear him. Hello,
yeah,
hello, hello.
Yeah, I think it might be you, bro. I'm not sure.
Or is it on me? That's weird. I can't see my shit.
Yeah,
moving. He's not muted. Am I muted?
They can hear you. I can hear you.
You can.
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so it's on
Yes,
my.
yes.
Forgive me then.
Okay.
Say something, Scott.
Yeah, just go out and come back in.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'll jump out and come back in.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we will have him come back. But yeah, I was gonna say that I would even go as far to say that that even Smallville, bruh. Like, look, I get that there's a lot of people that like watch that show that are in like our orbit and stuff like that, and be in the chats and all that stuff. I totally get it. But in terms of like mainstream stuff, can you hear me now, Leon?
Yep. That was a technical problem on my end.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I was just going into the thing of like, I know that in our circle of the internet, there's a lot of Smallville fans and stuff like that. But honestly, I really don't remember that show being like super popping like that when it was on. Like, nobody that I know really watched that show, bro. Like, because yeah, like nobody in my circles in like LA and all this stuff, and people that was like, you know, kind of like moving and shaking. I just never really heard any of those people ever talk about Smallville, and I never watched it, bro. Like,
I'll back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're right. That's why I said to a small degree, because like what Sky is saying, I 100% agree. Outside of comic shops, outside of conventions, outside of like the geek community, right?
He said Smallville at YouTube numbers, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
When it first came on, it did really well. And the imagery of seeing Clark Kent roped up the way he did invoke like that, the Christianity sort of thing. Yeah, it did really well at first in the first few seasons. I don't even know if it lasted, how long that burst in viewership lasted. But outside of that small market, it wasn't really like super popular like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, outside of that, plus the refusal of the actor to wear like the suit was weird. But anyway, outside of that, it wasn't really. It just it lent to the idea of making Superman more science fiction, which I think even Zach took notice to, because I think he had a few actors from Smallville in Man of Steel, and he kind of winked directly at the TV show. Yep. Like big time. So I think Zach was a fan of Smallville and what it did for the conversation, because it Smallville, I would put that, even though some of the actors said dumb shit about Zack Snyder and Zack Snyder's films, I'll put that aside for a second. The film, the show itself really did a lot in terms of getting Superman out of that goofy, Boy Scout conversation, because like Tom Welling's Clark was a really nice guy, a really nice, kid. That's the way Superman should be, right? But he also wasn't no punk, and he wasn't no pushover. He was reminiscent of the way Henry Cavill played Clark Kent, where it was like, if you watch Smallville and then you watch Man of Steel, they kind of feel like they have the like a similar showrunner director. Like Zach kind of might have gave notes. I'm not saying he did, or the showrunners gave Zach notes, kind of thing. Like it feels that way in the first few seasons. Now, after that, no, yeah.
Yeah, he said Smallville lasted like 10 seasons, but I think it was only a mainstream hit for like the first 3.
Yep.
And yeah,
Literally.
even that, bro, like, yeah, I just I used to see that show on all the time, bro. And like, for me to be a DC fan as much as I was, and for me to just have no interest ever in that show, I think it was because of the fact that he was probably never going to be Superman. That's honestly probably what turned me off, because I'm like, Brian, I'm about to watch no fucking show and he's never going to be Superman.
It was kind of dumb to me. Yeah, I always thought that was a stupid thing, because like you're telling the audience like they have nothing to look forward to at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we came here to see Superman. Now, if you never said that, if you were always hinting like, yeah, maybe, but no, they outright was saying like, nah, he's never going to wear the suit. And I was just like, that's not a good selling point, but whatever. After the whole not Project Veritas, that's another thing. But they did have the Veritas in Smallville, ironically. After the Veritas season, I lost complete interest, because the Veritas season was about Jor-El and why he sent Superman to Earth and the science fiction connection. It was dope. It was dope stuff.
Yeah, bro. Nah, Smallville came out. That was like right around the time I was like playing sports and stuff. I just never watched that show, bro. And I was watching hella shows.
What year was that on? I can't even remember the year.
It started in 2001. I just looked it up.
Oh, I was in the Navy.
Yeah. And yeah, I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was watching stuff, but I was playing sports. You know what I'm saying? So like, I couldn't watch a whole bunch of TV shows, but I was watching TV shows, bro. I was watching other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, honestly, it probably was the him never being Superman aspect of it, because they said that pretty early, that he was never going to wear the suit. And I was like, okay. And then look, he said even the finale, Tom Welling didn't wear the suit. That was stupid.
Yeah, he just ripped his shirt open and showed the
they had to digitally put the suit on him. That's crazy, dog.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, I think he actually wore a top underneath the whatever he ripped open that showed the S, and then when he flew, all the rest of the shit was digital or whatever. So we never saw him fully in the suit and wearing a cape and all of that.
Right.
Because the very next scene, the very next shot, I should say, was all digital and computer, and he was flying up in the air.
I actually agree with this statement. The first 2 seasons of Arrow was the best superhero TV show I've ever watched, bro. That show
right there with Daredevil. Yeah,
that show, bro. Oh my god,
mm-hmm.
Deathstroke, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That might be my favorite Deathstroke ever. It was in the fucking Arrow.
He was
show.
Nasty.
You know what I mean?
And then when you see the backstory of him becoming Deathstroke and their friendship and everything, it made it even worse to see how they were at odds with each other. I met him, by the way. That dude is one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. They were doing, the photograph booth thing, and I was just walking by and I was like, oh shit. And I shook his hand, and we just started having a long ass conversation. And I was like hesitant to ask for a picture, and he was like, you want a picture? And then I don't know if it was like his agent or some shit was like looking at him like, no, and talking about the cost. And he was like, he waved them away. Yeah, Manu Bennett. And he waved them away and was like, don't worry about that. And he let me take a picture for free, because he asked me. because I was like, I'm not paying that much fucking money for. But but yeah, no, he was man. Had a strong grip to not let me go to walk away. Just a really cool
man's
guy,
man, bro. Real man's man. It seemed like, bro.
Yeah, like he wasn't just like, oh hey. He was like, stand here, talk to me. We're talking to each other and having a great conversation about life and Smallville and blah 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 blah, blah all this shit. Cool dude, man. Mano Bennett was dope. Dope guy.
Yeah, bro.
Or is dope, I should say. The meeting
them
was.
First few seasons, bro, of Arrow when they was setting up the Suicide Squad, dog. Bro, more WB shenanigans, bro. How you gonna spend 2 seasons setting up the Suicide Squad and then say, nah, we got a movie coming out, so y'all can't use that? Like what?
Y'all remember when that was always like the mandate whenever they had like a show or a cartoon and there was a movie out? They were always like, nah, you can't use, because remember Batman the animated series, they had, the whole Batman sidekick squad essentially, and then you go to Justice League Unlimited and all of a sudden you can't use no Robins.
None.
You can't use no Batgirl. It was crazy. It was always these weird ass mandates of what you can't. Yeah, the Bat embargo. You can't use any characters in here, and you can't do this and Suicide Squad, blah blah. They snuck in Harley though, and they got you call it?
I mean,
to do the voice.
Yeah, it's like, granted, if this is a Justice League thing, do I want a whole bunch of Robin? No. But to act as if they can't sneak him in there in like one of these episodes, bro, is fucking crazy.
They literally had to sneak him in.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that episode where it was the Vandal Savage episode and Batman was armored up, and then you saw Nightwing in the background kicking it to Batgirl, but they weren't in costume, so you had to know their character designs. They showed Cassandra Cain, they showed Tim Drake, they showed Dick Grayson, they showed Barbara, and they were like kind of running by and chilling. And I was like, damn, that's it, huh? That's the only time we're gonna see them because of a damn embargo. And yeah, shout out to Tara Strong. Yeah, ransom notes.
Ransom notes, dog. But look, man, back onto this Superman budget, man, because we can start closing up shop pretty soon. But what's your thoughts, man, on just the hypocrisy of this whole situation and just like how we found ourselves here between everything that's happened with this movie, bro?
Well, first I just want to say this. Back then, I won't go that far. JLU was not ruined by the Batman Barb. JLU was awesome. That's one of the top 10, top 5 greatest cartoons in American history.
You're tripping, bro.
Yeah, it ruined? No. It was annoying, but no way. Hell no. Anyway,
bruh, that speech from Superman, just the one they be playing on cartoons and cereal.
Yes.
Right.
Bro. Like, come on.
Says who? Man, come on, bro. Said, if you're quitting because you think you've done your fair share, cool. But throw you a party.
Right.
But if you're quitting because it's too tough, you're not the heroes we thought you were, bro. And then he is like
Green Arrow.
And then Superman just looked over at Batman. Batman gave him that little nod. He's like, all right, bro.
Facts, bro.
That shit is hard, bro.
Facts, bro. Man. Batman. Yeah, you're a true Batman fan, bro. I'm a Batman fan too. But like, I can't be on that hill with you, brother.
He said the Legion of Doom without Batman villains, biggest insult to Batman road.
I mean, really, it was only like, who was missing? Who was supposed to be the Legion of Doom in Batman's Rose Gallery?
Bro.
Besides Joker. I mean, who? Am I tripping?
I'm thinking.
And y'all know I'm like damn near number one ever out of Batman fans.
And they did sneak the Joker in there.
Facts.
Yeah, because it says Scarecrow.
Okay. From the
Manta and Lex.
era.
Wait.
Huh?
He said that Manta and Lex are the main characters of the Legion. That's true.
I don't know about Manta, but yeah, Lex. But yeah, they're definitely reoccurring. Yeah, from Super Friends era. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but Lex is not a Batman villain, y'all.
Killer Croc? Nah.
From
the Legion of Doom? Come on, cuz.
Not Killer Croc. Nah. It has to be like goats only.
They did have a Batman villain, bro. It was Joker. Batman. You don't remember?
He did sneak in there because
Joker,
Joker kept warning him. He was like, yo, look, y'all got Batman tied up. Let's just do this shit like right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's just get it over with because he gonna get out. And they was like, nah, man, it's all cool. And Batman started sweet talking Cheetah.
Yes, that was fire, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Alan Belk said Riddler and Scarecrow. I can see Riddler being like a mastermind. Scarecrow maybe just for the Super Friends nod. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I ain't tripping about that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He said Batman got freaky with Cheetah. Right.
Oh, the Injustice League. Okay, Batman, you right. You being real specific, bro. Listen.
Hey, right. Hey.
Listen.
This is a battle of titans right now.
Listen, bro. Listen. I knew it wasn't specifically the Legion of Doom, but it's not a stretch to say that the Injustice League may as well be the damn Legion of Doom. Now, that being said, I just don't think that there's too many outside of Joker, maybe Scarecrow. It ain't too many, Batman specific characters that really were missing from the Legion of Doom. It's fine. Listen, the embargo sucked and it was lame, but what the producers, writers, directors, and artists did with that series and all their restrictions was masterful, dog.
Hey, Mama Bear, she put it out there, bro. She said it's Lex, Bizarro, Manta, Brainiac, Captain Cold, Cheetah, Grodd, Riddler, Scarecrow, Sinestro, Grundy, Toyman.
Right. So basically what I said, outside of possibly Joker for the popularity.
Yeah.
But we could throw him out. Outside of Riddler and Scarecrow.
I actually kind of throw fucking Grundy in there too, man. I ain't gonna front. Like,
as a Batman fan?
Yeah.
There you go. And wasn't he in the damn show?
I think, wait.
Or I mean, not in the show, but wasn't he in the Legion of Doom episodes, or was he taken out?
I don't know. Was that before or after because he died on the fucking show, right?
That was such a great episode, by
the way.
my
God, bro.
What a tragic episode. That was
so sad,
bro.
True.
Oh
yeah,
my
bro.
God.
Oh my God, bro. Grundy go to sleep now?
Oh my God, don't do that.
Bird nose?
No, okay, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
Oh my God, bro. Bird nose.
I had to mute.
Damn,
hey man, I swear to God, that shit's saddening, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's that episode. My goodness. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Nothing about Justice League Unlimited was ruined.
I smell a stream.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah,
I smell
we
a
need
stream,
to.
bro.
We're gonna have
Batman versus Leon. Bro.
Yeah,
I gotta watch this, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Batman said, "Bro, you ain't even talking about the right fucking super villains." Bro.
Yeah,
he said, "Bro, he said you talking about the Injustice League, bro."
Yeah, I always mix them up on purpose.
Bird nose. Damn.
I remember Grant Morrison wrote the Injustice League. Bro. I was always like, why is there a difference here? Why is there a Legion of Doom and an Injustice? Like, it's the same shit. But yes, I guess there's a difference because of the names. I don't know.
He said, bro, y'all making me remember dark times.
Hey, that shit's PTSD, right?
Bro, that bird nose shit, man. And then it should have been Hawk Girl too. It had to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew Mama Bear was talking about Legion of Doom from Super Friends. Yep. That's what I kept saying. Like, they were paying homage to Super Friends when they did Legion of Doom basically in JLU. That was fire, bro.
It said,
They streamlined the
I need to
skull.
be live to explain my points properly. Hey, see?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Said, no penguin, no Mr. Freeze.
I can see Mr. Freeze. I thought about him, but I didn't want to say it. I can see Mr. Freeze.
He said, and I'm only clarifying the difference because I was specifically having an issue with JOU, not JL original. Yep. All right.
Word.
Yeah. Look, man. We went off on a tangent, bro. I'm about to say, bro. I was like letting you give your first thoughts, and then
I don't know. When I saw that, I was like, "You said JL ruined?"
No, yeah. Before we even started, bro, like it just kind of went off on the tangent, dog. But
yeah. When I saw ruin next to JLU, I was like, "Oh nah, I don't know. This cannot stand." But no. Shout out to the chat, man. Bat Dan cooking. Yeah, man. I think this whole situation with okay, this is how I'm gonna start this off, right? Can't nobody sit up here twerking and saying that this shit ain't crazy, man. Like, this is crazy, and this is bad news, right? The only thing that they can do now, whatever happens with the box office, is go out here on a PR tour to try to explain why this movie didn't make $1 billion. Because outside of $1 billion, there's nothing else to accept, right? This movie literally at this point has to make $1 billion, right or wrong.
Correct.
So, like, shy of $1 billion, what are we doing? Or what are they doing, I should say. I ain't included me with that shit. What are they doing outside of $1 billion? And that's kind of where I'm at with it at this point. Like, that's kind of how I want to end it. What?
Bro, remember when they said that a movie with Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman in it should have made $1 billion?
So
what
about a movie
when you
with
put the fucking DC universe?
You put the Justice League, right? The damn near the DC universe.
You put the fucking DC universe in a movie. How much money does that have to make?
Sky.
Right? How
Hey,
much
chat,
money does that
I
have
just
to
want
make?
y'all to appreciate that amazing question that was just asked. I just want you guys to appreciate that question. That's a great question.
Yep. If Batman and Superman had to make $1 billion because it just had those two in it, right? They said, hey, ain't no way a movie without, and I've heard Batman is in this shit too. So Batman's gonna be in it, Green Lantern's gonna be in it, Lex Luthor's gonna be in it. Fuck, the Justice Gang is gonna be in it.
The Justice Gang.
Mr. Terrific, bro.
The JG.
Mixel Spitlick, Maxwell Lord, Supergirl.
Damn.
Right? Everybody's in this movie. So
the Clock King.
The Clock King, bro. Right? Metamorpho,
the Condiment
bro.
King.
Metamorpho is in this movie. A fucking kaiju is in this movie, bro. The chick from The Authority, Ultraman is in this movie, bro.
Skeets from Booster Gold,
bro. I wouldn't be shocked if Booster Gold is in this shit too, bro.
Facts, bro.
Facts, bro.
Night Owl from Watchmen. the doctor from Dr. Manhattan before he became Dr. Manhattan, he in this bitch too.
Bishop said, I'm about to watch the Grundy death clip after this. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro? Why would you even do that shit to yourself? Yo, no joke. When we started talking about that, I almost started getting teary-eyed a little
That's why I stopped. That's why I muted, bro.
And I'm sitting there,
playing.
And I'm just like, yeah, ain't no way I'm about to go back and go watch that shit, bro. That is emotional torture, dog.
Yeah, emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yeah.
Bro.
Right? He said Peacemaker, Blue Beetle.
Peacemaker.
Justice Gang equals JG.
Yep, JG.
Right?
Told you.
Yeah,
yep.
man.
Yep.
The
JG.
Gleeks, bro. Look,
Lord.
yo.
The Wonder Twins.
Look, if the Gleeks get cut out the movie, look, ain't it crazy that
Marvel's Beta Ray Bill.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute, dog. Didn't I just go on a rant about all the dumb shit that's in this movie and how it was like low key racist?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's all these fucking leaks coming out. Some all this shit probably getting cut out. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What can I say? Woo!
Woo! That's crazy.
Wild.
That happened. See, y'all be bruh. Look, I want my. Never mind, bro. Never mind, bro.
They gonna cut out the appearance of Ryan Reynolds before he came Deadpool. He getting cut.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he said, I don't really buy that WBD is panicking or anything. Some people may be at WBD, but the guys at the top know this film is not going to be a hit, nor do I think they wanted it to be.
Integrity.
Right?
I'm with you on that, bro.
bro.
Bro. I'm so bro. I keep saying this shit. I'm gonna stay consistent with that because I want it to permeate. Every time I hop on your channel, mine, whatever, syndicate, I'm gonna keep saying, I don't think they give a damn. They know these movies is trash. Like they've been making money hand over fist over after flops, bro. They don't care. Y'all think Zaslav at the crib tripping? This man got a bonus every year. How you get a bonus and a raise every year, and they got
your
damn
shit,
film to show for it?
And your shit, you know what I'm saying, is flopping left and right, bro. And what's crazy is that you know they've just had all these opportunities, and we were speaking about it on that stream when I was like, bro, who chooses to go this route when you could have went the other route, bro? Who does that? Like,
people that don't care.
As soon as that happened, you know, like, how does that?
Crazy, right?
He said, thanks to Sky, the projection will now shoot up to 200 million worldwide. Hey, he said, Sky Leon, what happens if Clooney Batman shows up? Hey, Sin Havoc has been saying this, bro, this entire time, dog. Bro,
you know that means,
bro. If
Ezra
George
Miller coming back,
bro,
without a tooth,
bro, if George Clooney is in this fucking movie, dog, as Batman, dog.
Bro, man.
They wanted an older Batman who was at least a little bit older because it's going to be a Bat family movie. He's going to have kids, right? Like the entire Bat family is supposed to be there. Damian Wayne, Nightwing, right? Like all of them. Bro, if he's in this fucking universe, dog.
Bro. Man.
Shit crazy, bro. He said, I mean, he did make him put him in the Flash. Said, and his acting company is working with WBD. Bruh. Look, y'all know how I've been about what's his name, Alan Rickman, and I'm like, I don't want that shit. I'd rather have Alan Rickman, bro.
Facts, bro.
Facts. And Alan Rickman, he's a great actor. I just don't see him as Bruce Wayne, and that's the problem.
He's solid.
Bruce Wayne to me.
He's a solid actor. I'll give him that. I wouldn't
cool
not to
actor.
nitpick what you said, but he
what did I say?
You said great. He's a solid actor. I think physically, there you go. Physically, he looks like from the neck down, like a great size Batman, you know.
Yeah.
But from the neck up, he looks like, you know, the jock type. And look, here's the thing. I wouldn't even be picky about that even if his acting gave me Bruce Wayne. You feel me? Like,
that's what I mean. Yeah, it's that part. I just don't.
Because like the look, listen, we were all blessed to get Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne.
This is actually a great.
Oh yeah, we talked about that before. Remember?
Did I? I don't remember saying that.
We definitely talked about this before. Alan Rickman as Shazam. I know I've said it, but whatever. And I know I've said it on your channel. Yeah, and we talked about this. We talked about that and John Cena.
I don't remember that. John Cena would have definitely been a fucking.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Cena versus Rock.
That'd have been dope. Yeah,
that's damn.
But no,
billion,
he's
bro.
fucking Peacemaker.
Stupid, bro. I've been saying cast John Cena ever since they cast Rock, bro. And that was eons ago.
Bro,
they cast
The Rock got cast for fucking shit in like, what was that in like 2015, bro? 2016?
Some shit like that. It was.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
it might have been before that. It was a minute, dog. And then when John Cena was on the rise, I was like, man, that would be crazy if they had John Cena play Shazam.
That actually would have made perfect sense.
Yep.
Mama Bear with the member chat for 16 months. I ain't even gonna say it. I'm gonna just play the video. Right? Wait, we're here. Yeah, here we go.
You see it all the time.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Right. Yeah. And, yo, we weren't talking about Severus Snape, bro, or Hans Gruber. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about Alan Richardson from
all right.
From Jack Reacher and the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Which was a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, dope movie. I saw it too. Yeah, nah. Cena would have been a perfect fucking Shazam. And it was Osa said it best. I think if Cena was Shazam, The Rock would have definitely had him in Black Adam. He wasn't really feeling Levi's brain dead iteration. Yeah, bro. I think that was the problem. That was the problem. It was that damn Shazam movie, bro. And like just the whole tone of it. Like it was cool, but like that was really the first one because Shazam came out before Aquaman, right? Or was it like right after? No,
it was after.
No, it was after. It was after Justice League, right? And then so they had already kind of pivoted, and then Shazam was like the hard pivot. Because even though Aquaman felt different, the crossover with the Jason Momoa aspect, it kind of made it palatable still, and it seemed like Zach had given his blessing because James Wan had kind of spoken on it and everything. And but by the time that Shazam came out, we already knew about the Snyder cut, if I'm not mistaken, or we was already like kind of hearing rumblings. And I wasn't really rocking with that movie.
Yeah, that's what helped Aquaman get to that $1 billion mark, man. It was a new thing. It looked good, it looked great, and then all them articles, Zach. It was Zactified. I was like, damn, I thought y'all hated this man. Now his word means something.
Blue Mountain State.
Oh God, that was that show.
He said, bro didn't even try to look like a good Black Adam. I think he was just missing the ears. And
other than that,
and I think if Zach was there, he probably would have had them ears, dog. He would have had them ears.
Sure.
Bro, what is this, bro? What is this?
That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
What is this, bro?
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly? Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Kay Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time. The whole reason that Superman's wearing these granny panties is because David Cornsweet said he wanted to not be intimidating, or whatever that means, to little kids. So that's why he put on these giant underpants. And you're like, who cares? You know, I don't think anybody, I mean, you couldn't have gotten sexier than Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. And nobody, I don't think that was ever an issue. Nobody was like, not hide the kids on. A lot of fisheye shots. Somebody should have broken that lens. They should have been like, oh, hey, are these your lenses, Flash cinematographer? Hey, what's that over there? Ooh, I broke all your fisheye ones.
Yo, I was over here cracking up the whole time, bro.
I'm done, bro. Oh wait, hey, look over there. I just broke all your lenses, your fisheye.
Bro.
Oh,
she's
my
hilarious
God, bro.
Woo. Damn, bro. Damn.
Okay, man. Look, bro. Any final thoughts, bro, before we close this shit on out, dog? I don't even think I can.
Hey, see you July 11th. Or not. It's a Jurassic World outside. And we got some first steps to make.
yeah, man. Look, I'm gonna get at y'all tomorrow, yo. We'll be back talking about the Schumacher cut. You know what I mean? And y'all have a good one, man. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Bang.
Still, oh, the Great One, 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.